In this exercise, we're going to explore a pattern that I've been exposed to through some of Tony Robbins' programs, through his teachings. And specifically, this is called the Dickens Pattern. Now, what this does, it helps us to interrupt some of our thoughts, some of our feelings, some of the emotions that we typically attach to things that we experience in the day-to-day life. And it's more specifically with a lens on our goals, our ambitions, essentially creating our why. And the reason why this actually works, we'll go through the practice shortly, is that when we have an ambition, when we have a goal, we tend to kind of set that in our mind. So if we take New Year's resolutions as a prime example, we say at the start of the year that, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to become fitter, I'm going to pursue my passion, I'm going to be doing X, Y, Z, right? But then as time goes on and it gets probably towards about mid-January time, the goals begin to slip. And it's because what there is there no inherent why. There's no inherent purpose attached to some of the goals. And that's exactly what the Dickens process does. It explores what our underlying motivation is behind the need for us to have first identified that change. So one of the prime ones when it comes to New Year's resolution is that people want to live a healthier life, they want to become fitter, they want to lose weight, and so on. And what the Dickens process will help us to do is to begin to really tune in to what has made us realize that this is a life change that we actually want to make. So, in short, what the process is going to do, it's going to explore those current feelings. It's going to explore those current emotions that we are experiencing today, which has led us towards that belief that we need to have those goals in motion. We will then fast forward through a set number of years. And it will be with a combination of a meditation with some visualization to help us truly live what it would be like if we actually saw no action. Now, this exercise, it can be incredibly painful. It can be upsetting, particularly if there are some real underlying reasons as to why we've suggested that we wanted to actually go ahead and make this change. So I will caveat this exercise with a need to look after yourself throughout this. If things get a bit too much, then please do pause the exercise. Feel free to come back to it if need be. But more so, just make sure that you are giving yourself the space to look after yourself throughout this. As I say, it can be upsetting as we go through the different timelines to think of what the possibilities could be from that negative standpoint. But then what we do right at the end is we actually bring it back to that present day. And with it in mind of what the alternative possibilities could be if we don't take action, we pay credit to the fact that those actions, they haven't happened yet. So we still have that choice as to whether we actually want to live this life that we have essentially dreamed, right? Or one where we can actually go and make a change and make things happen. So throughout this, where we're going to start is we're going to start off by doing the meditation, leading it into the visualization exercise, and then exploring these different scenarios. Okay, so we're going to start by taking a deep breath. Take a deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As we take the next deep breath in, I just want you to focus on drawing the air deep into your tummy. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once again, take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. So to start this exercise, I'm going to ask you to change your physiology. So if you typically find yourself seated, then if possible, I would like you to stand or lay. Just something that puts you in a different position to where you normally find yourself throughout the day. So once you are comfortable, let's start again by taking a deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as we orient our breath, as we just focus on the in-breath and the out-breath, I just would like you to close your eyes. Just notice the in-breath and the out-breath, paying attention to the expanding chest, belly, or just notice any other sensations associated with breathing. So right now, I'd like you to visualize what your life is like at this moment in time. You may ask questions like, how is my health? Am I overweight? Am I underweight? What are my energy levels like right now? Am I motivated, unmotivated? What about my business or career? Have I achieved the things that I wanted to so far? Is my business or career where I want it to be? And then what about my relationships? Where are they? Have I achieved the goals in my relationship that I set out to do? What about any other areas of your life? Just visualize areas that you are both happy with and then maybe not so happy with. So what has brought you here today is a desire to change something about your life today. So let's hone in on some of those things that you didn't think were quite going to plan. It could be your health, your fitness, could be your business career, could be your relationships, could be your passions, your family. Just deeply explore, imagine what that is like for you today. I want you to associate with the emotions around those. What feelings do you have to these areas? What thoughts are going through your mind? Just truly feel the emotion that is attached to those experiences. Now, this shouldn't be easy. There should be elements of pain associated to these experiences. If there isn't, dig a little deeper. There's something that has brought you to this moment. So imagine what it is, what needs to change. Maybe you've reached an "I've had enough" moment. Something has to change. So now we're going to take our present experiences, the painful emotions that we're experiencing, and we're going to fast forward by 5 years. So we are 5 years older than we are today. Now just imagine yourself again, just 5 years older. But you have done absolutely nothing to change. Every area that you had identified before, nothing has been done to change them. No progress on any goals. But the thing is, you have changed. If your health was a concern, you're now even more unhealthy. If it was your weight, you are now heavier. If it was your fitness, you are now less fit. If it was your relationships, these have deteriorated even more. If it's your business is not any more successful. It's actually less successful. If it's your career, you're still stuck in that job that you didn't like 5 years ago. Just feel the emotions attached to these. You're 5 years older, and you have decided to do nothing to change. So just sit with that for a moment. Just visualize yourself 5 years from now. Just noticing how things have got worse. How your decision to not take any action has now cost you. What is that cost? If you take no action today, what is the cost to you in 5 years' time? Feel it. Live it. So now we're going to fast forward another 5 years. So now we are 10 years older than when we first started. So bring to mind the areas you focused on before. Your health, your relationships, your wealth. Whatever those areas were, just bring those to mind. And once again, you've done nothing. You've done nothing to change. But once again, you have changed. You're 10 years older. The struggles that you had 10 years ago, they've been amplified. Just feel the emotions. Feel what it would be like to take your present experiences and incur 10 years of no action. Just continuing living the life as you had before. If it was your health, your weight, you are even more overweight. If it was your business is incredibly struggling. It's barely grown. It's actually receded. If it's your relationships, are you potentially alone? Have you been alone all throughout this 10-year period? If it was your career, are you still doing that job that 10 years ago you said you didn't want to do anymore? Just feel the emotion attached to this experience. 10 years older with no action. So now we're going to take one more step forward. So this is going to be another 5 years. So 15 years older from when we first started. What does your life look like now, with no action? Your health, your relationships, your business, your career, your family. What has happened to all of those areas with 15 years of no action? Just visualize what you look like. Visualize the type of person you've become. Visualize those around you. Where are you living? What are you doing? How does it feel? So just ask yourself, what would inaction cost you in all these areas of your life? Would you look back on 15 years ago and think, I wish I had have taken action? Just ask yourself, is this the life that you want? When you're 15 years older, just imagine looking at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, what would other people be saying about you? Remembering that you've not taken any action. Just really deeply associate with the feelings. Remember, the more that you feel these feelings, the worse that you will feel, but ultimately the better the outcome for this exercise. So let's breathe all this in. Let's take a deep breath, breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. So now I want you to let go of the future self. Just recognize that they were a figment of your imagination. You may choose to deflate them like a balloon. You're here to take power, to take control. So just recognize that that is not the person that you are today. And that you essentially have a choice. You have a choice that today you can begin to take action. So once again, let's take a deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So let's just imagine some of the things that we will be doing to change, to instill our new habits, our desired habits, our new beliefs. Just bring to mind what it would take for you not to be that person that you saw in 5, 10, and 15 years' time. Is it that you need to make the time to exercise? Is it that you need to start your business? Is it that you need to be kinder to some of those around you? Just put a smile on your face, a big smile. And just bring to mind what some of those changes may make to you in your life, in the immediate term. imagine yourself over these next few weeks as you're kick-starting some of these things and the feelings that you will get from winning at them. If a goal is to build your business, just think of the impact that you can bring to others. If it's to become healthier, then think of the feelings of after your exercises. If it's about rekindling those relationships, just think of the smile on your loved one's face. Just really tune in to those feelings, those emotions. Happiness, contentment. Notice any possible changes in thoughts. You experiencing a new underlying motivation behind the experience. Just associate massive pleasure with where you want to be. So let's just fast forward 15 years from now. And just imagine that you've hit every single one of your goals. What kind of life are you living? What are your relationships like? What is your business like? Your career? Your health? Whatever applies to you, just visualize it and just sense the feelings that you have, the emotions associated with that new life that you have forged. It's a life that you have crafted. It's a life that you deserve. It's a life that others around you deserve. Feel it. Feel how amazing it feels. So let's finish with a deep breath, breathing in through our nose and out through the mouth. And a really important step is to change your physiology. So if possible, jump up and down. Shake your body, wiggle your arms, shake your head. Do whatever you need to change your physiology. And now just opening your eyes to the room and just taking in a big stretch. And just recognizing that this is the very start of a very, very incredible journey for you. Now repeat this exercise as many times as you need. Just remember that complacency will derail us. And this is an exercise that will undoubtedly help in grounding you back into your goals, back into your reality.